and welcome to another episode of InfoScope. I'm your host, Hannah Kim. We are back again with some of the latest from the IT and science world. Let's take a quick look at some of today's upcoming stories. Last month, female scientists and engineers spent time with elementary, middle, and high school students at a workshop held at the University of Science and Technology in Daejeon. The students were said to have been very enthusiastic about the program, so we'll give you more details on the workshop in just a bit. But before that, have you ever noticed that when you go to a social event, a party, a group get-together, there's always someone who stands out in the crowd and gets a lot of the attention? Well, interestingly, the same thing can be observed among fruit flies. What makes flies more popular than others? We'll find out now in our first segment, Briefing Scope. A team of researchers from the United States and Canada looked into whether fruit flies demonstrate rational decision-making when choosing a mate. The researchers analyzed chemicals called cuticular hydrocarbons, or CHC, emitted by the less desired female flies and found that they can emit a higher level of certain CHCs, leading to male flies looking elsewhere for mates. Some 40 female scientists and engineers, students, and parents took part in the Science Book That Changed My Life workshop, consisting of discussions about science books and lectures about the Fourth Industrial Revolution. The workshop aims to foster future scientists and engineers, and so far, 30 female scientists and engineers are taking part, having mentored some 500 students. The National Fusion Research Institute opened the 2017 Fusion School Science Camp last month, offering opportunities for elementary and middle school students to learn about nuclear fusion and plasma research. Some 160 students took part in the camp that aims to boost their creativity and cultivate correct understanding of nuclear fusion and plasma. It seems like there were many different science camps for students during the winter break. And the great thing about these workshops is that they aren't intense education programs, rather interactive and fun programs for the younger generation. I definitely hope to see more opportunities like this in the future. Moving on, U.S. President Donald Trump was found to be unaware of scientific achievements of the United States that had great influence on the world stage. With that said, some fear that there will be some obstacles in the formation and maintenance of long-term scientific projects for developing new technologies. And in other news, Korea is now in the midst of transitioning from winter to spring, and the number of flu patients is on the rise. New research shows that red ginseng can help boost our immune systems, and correspondingly, the red ginseng market is enjoying a boom. We have more about this and more coming up on Industry Inside.
A spike in flu patients this winter has resulted in early school breaks and a shortage of flu vaccines. Influenza hit Korea sooner this year compared to past years, and with low vaccination rates and high daily and nightly temperature differences, the number of flu patients is not falling. The flu strain affecting most people this year causes similar symptoms as the influenza A virus that swept through Korea in 2009.
예방접종도 중요하지만은 위생관리, 규칙적인 생활, 면역력을 강화하는 식생활 습관과 함께 평상시 건강관리를 꾸준히 하는 것이 중요하다고 생각합니다.
Students, the elderly, and those with a weaker immune system require flu shots and meals that boost their immune system.
홍삼이 우리 몸에 이제 면역력을 증강을 시켜서 그 외부로부터 들어오는 그 바이러스나 이물질을 방어할 수 있다는 그러한 것들이
Substances in red ginseng like saponin and polysaccharides activate natural killer cells and macrophages, boosting the immune system. Additional research has shown that receiving flu shots after consuming red ginseng can make the shots more effective.
독감이 워낙에 유행이다 보니까 어린 자녀를 둔 고객님들이라든지 연로한 부모님께 드릴 제품을 찾으시는 분들이 많으시고 그게 구매로 이어지다 보니까 매출도 부쩍 많이 늘었습니다.
Sales of red ginseng are expected to be high for some time as scientific research confirms the ability of red ginseng to boost the immune system. U.S. President Donald Trump has been known for making statements that refute scientific facts. Via social media, he claimed that China created the concept of global warming and that vaccine shots could trigger autism. He made statements in a similar vein even at official events.
So if I take hairspray and if I spray it in my apartment, which is all sealed, and you're telling me that affects the ozone layer? Yes. I say, no way, folks, no way.
President Trump has yet to unveil a clear science policy. However, given his highly practical tendencies, it is likely that any research requiring long-term investments will be shunned to the back of the priority list. Large-scale projects like the Mars mission pursued under the previous Obama administration are likely to see a cut in funding. Furthermore, Trump declared that he would pull the United States out of the Paris Agreement and expand the use of fossil fuels, shaking the fates of researchers in related fields. As many Korean scientists are collaborating with their American counterparts in numerous fields, Korea too must closely follow Trump's science policies.
우리나라 차원에서는 미국의 축소되는 분야 이런 부분을 좀 잘 관찰을 해서 미국과 협력하는 걸 중심으로 하겠지만 일부 경쟁을 해서 기술 우위를 점할 수 있는 분야를 좀 찾아내는 노력이 중요할 것 같고.
Trump is expected to toughen up visa evaluations for foreign students coming to the United States and reduce financial aid. Consequently, some believe that outstanding scientists could leave the United States and be brought to Korea. The science world and the world at large are keeping a close eye on the Trump administration that has launched amid great uncertainty. According to the Korea Atomic Energy Research Institute, waste material containing under 0.1 becquerel of radiation can be processed as regular waste. Even so, the Research Institute must first give their permission. Given the paramount importance of safety, radioactive waste material are managed under extremely strict regulations. However, a new report states that used concrete exposed to radiation was released without authorization at least once between 2012 and 2015.
연구소가 그 측정을 하고 자체 폐기물이라고 분류해서 내보냈는데 그것만 허가를 받아서 했으면 아무 문제가 없는 건데 그게 지금 안 돼 있는 것은 맞는 것 같아요.
The Research Institute is not making public exactly how much concrete was released and where it was discarded. The Nuclear Safety and Security Commission announced that it is conducting a special inspection with the Korea Atomic Energy Research Institute.
현장 확인과 서류 검사, 시료 채취 및 분석, 관계자 면담 등을 통해서 특별 검사가 진행되고 있습니다.
Where and how much concrete was disposed of is expected to be revealed within this month at the earliest. The Commission will issue administrative measures on relevant parties if it can confirm faults. In the end, not releasing proper information regarding this matter will only raise public's concerns about radioactive waste management.
Earlier on this episode, we were talking about how the red ginseng market is booming in Korea. But here's some bad news. Korean authorities recently discovered fake red ginseng products made with starch syrup and caramel coloring on the market. With that said, Korean researchers have now developed a technology that can easily detect caramel coating to prevent such scams. We'll have more on this in just a moment. But first, we have a new story in the field of medicine. Past research showed that gut bacteria is connected to obesity and diabetes, among other diseases. However, new research shows that gut bacteria can also affect our brain and even Parkinson's disease. What exactly is the connection? Here are some more details next on Take a Peek.
Our gut bacteria live in the food we eat or the substances formed during metabolism. The secretions of gut bacteria act as signals for our body's immunity and the nervous system. Studies have already shown that gut bacteria can help trigger or prevent obesity, diabetes, liver cancer, and other diseases and disorders. Now a team of U.S. scientists have found that gut bacteria can also play a role in the formation of Parkinson's disease. Using mice afflicted with the disease, the researchers inserted gut bacteria into one group of mice and compared it with the control group. The group of mice with gut bacteria exhibited signs of slowing down, stiffness, and tremors. Removing gut bacteria can suppress the debilitating symptoms, even if the substances causing Parkinson's disease remain.
The activation of microglia and the immune response that ensues after that aggregation promotes the alpha-synuclein aggregation, which eventually leads to the death of dopaminergic neurons that then cause the motor symptoms associated with Parkinson's.
Targeting Parkinson's disease, the researchers believe that changing the composition of gut bacteria in our bodies can lead to a more effective treatment. This storage area is filled with fake red ginseng products made with ginseng extract, starch syrup, and caramel coloring smuggled in from China. Last year, authorities discovered 10 companies that sold fake red ginseng products as Korean-made, 100% pure ginseng. The manufacturers believed that the fake products would be too difficult to analyze, but that is no longer the case now. Korean researchers have developed a technology that can detect even tiny amounts of caramel coloring found in fake red ginseng products. The technology works by detecting the marker compounds of caramel coating, and it cuts down the time spent on analysis to 1/5 by combining two conventional processes into one.
저희가 적용한 이 방법에는 이 유도체 변환 과정과 그다음에 용매로 추출하는 이 과정이 동시에 이루어지기 때문에 10분 이내에 분석을 할 수 있다는 매우 큰 장점을 가지고 있어서 홍삼 제품을 공급하는 여러 회사에서도 손쉽게 사용할 수 있는 간편한 방법으로 생각하고 있습니다.
The researchers state that their technology can also help spot fake honey and be used to detect and analyze harmful substances in liquids. Silicone Putty is a popular children's toy, as it has elasticity unlike regular clay and can be molded into different shapes. A team of researchers from Ireland has developed a technology that allows silicone putty to conduct electricity. The key to their success can be found in graphene. Graphene is considered a primary material for next-generation semiconductors because of its high electric conductivity. Subsequently, while the graphene-infused silicone can conduct electricity, lightly touching or pressing it will change the electrical resistance. The silicone clay itself is what's causing the disruption of current flow. The researchers found that by calculating the changes in electrical resistance, graphene-infused putty can detect minute movement, even the footsteps of small spiders.
So we found that when the sensor is held up here to the carotid artery, that pulsing of that artery can actually be detected and can be read out in an electrical resistance change.
It can also be used to measure blood pressure.
But the sensor is sensitive enough that we can also get the blood pressure out of that. And that's actually quite important. We can measure blood pressure, of course we can, but it's not straightforward to measure it continuously.
The researchers hope that with this graphene silicone, manufacturers can create a wearable device that can check on a patient's blood pressure or sleep disorders in real time. The researchers will continue with their activities, looking into whether sensitivity is affected by temperature and other elements.
Although I am excited for the beautiful spring temperatures, I'm hoping that no one gets sick during the change in seasons. After today's show, I'm going to make sure I consume a lot of red ginseng because it will not only help boost the immune system, but also the ability to fight off viruses. Now, although we have so much more to share, this is the end of today's show, but no worries, we will be back again next week with more fun and informative stories. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.